welcome to 1 Hour Yoga Flow. My name is Jackie. Getting started today, all you will need is a mat and blocks if you have them. Have them close by. And we'll just find a comfortable position. If you want, you can stay seated with me, or you can come onto your back and find stillness on your back. Getting comfortable, if that means bending your knees, putting a cushion or a block on your knees to give your low back a little bit more support. And if it feels safe to you today, softening your gaze, or go ahead and close your eyes. And just become aware, nothing to change. Just become aware of how you feel in this moment. And we'll start to bring awareness to our breath. Do some breathing. That's inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth, and even consistent counts. So inhaling through your nose for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through your mouth for 4, 3, 2, 1. And just go through that on your own. Noticing when you inhale how your chest rises. And as you exhale, spreading your shoulders across the mat. And today in our practice, we are going to explore the space between discomfort and discovery. Starting with a poem by David Wagner. Stand still. The trees ahead and the bushes beside you are not lost. Wherever you are called is here. And you must treat it as a powerful stranger, must ask permission to know it and be known. The forest breathes. Listen. It answers, I have made this place around you. If you leave it, you may can't come back, saying here. No two trees are the same to Raven. No two branches are the same to Wren. If what a tree or bush is lost on you, you are surely lost. Stand still. The forest knows where you are. You must let it find you. In yoga, the forest isn't something somewhere outside of us. It's our thoughts, our emotions, our habits, our strength, and the parts of ourselves we haven't fully understood yet. Rather than trying to change anything today, simply become curious. Notice what arises, notice what feels easy, and what feels challenging. Let this practice be an exploration rather than performance. Today, I encourage you to set an intention of discovery. And if you're seated, just lying onto your mat. And we'll all bend our knees, bring our feet flat on the floor, under our knees, palms down. We're going to start by finding that core brace. So lifting your right knee over the hip, and then left. Now feel how you have to activate your core. Imagine from the top of your hips to the bottom of your ribs, you have a string connected. And you're going to keep the tension as it is right now, feeling that pull down towards the earth, and then tapping either one or both feet onto the floor. Notice that that string is stretching. And just tapping and lifting. Imagine you have a corset wrapped around you. And every time you load, you have to tighten it up, keeping that brace. Go ahead and put your feet back on the floor. Palms down long by your side. Now squeeze your shoulder blades together. Bring your right ankle onto your left. Single leg bridge. Pushing palms down, pushing to your left foot, lifting your hips. And then slide shoulders back, keeping the eye gaze up. Feel that wonderful stretch. Lowering the hips back to mat. Keeping your hands where they are. Just use your left leg, pull your right leg in towards you. You control the depth of the stretch. If you want, you can go ahead and put your hands between and pull the left leg in, guiding it. And with an exhale, lowering your left leg to the floor. If your blocks are close, you might want to bring them to the side of your mat. We're going to open the arms to a T, palms down, and we're going to bring right knee to the right side, pulling our left leg with us. We can put a block under our knee right here to give us a little extra stability, or you can just go ahead and let it fall to the earth if that feels okay, keeping the shoulders on the mat. And then we'll bring our legs back through center, releasing the right foot onto the floor, palms by your side, left onto right. Squeeze the shoulder blades with an inhale breath, pushing into your right foot and lifting the hips. So all your weight is in the top of the back, shoulders, right foot, flexing the left, protect the knee. And bringing awareness to your core. With an exhale, hips down to the mat. Right leg pulls left in towards your chest. And then we're going to exhale, foot to the floor, opening the arms and block to your left side. We're going to bring our left knee towards the left side. You can even shift your hips a little bit more towards the right. And then feel the spread through your shoulder blades. Eye gaze can go to the opposite direction. And then back through center. Feet on the floor, hands by your side. Now there's a couple options. We're going to come to our seat. You can just come to your side onto your seat, or if you want to come with me, just bring your elbows under your shoulders, palms down, and then we're going to bring hands under our shoulders. So we want fingers forward, keeping the feet close. We're going to go reverse tabletop. So inhale, and then lifting your hips, pushing through your feet, opening your collarbone. Eye gaze can stay up. You can let your head fall back a little bit more if that feels good for you. Exhale, lowering down, and we're going to come into a boat pose. So there's a few options for boat pose. You can stay with your hands as they are. You can even just stay right here today. Or you can slowly lift your legs, stay there, or hands can come behind your thighs. Just stack the spine, you want to make room in your chest and your collarbone. And if you want, come into a full boat, reaching the arms up. And just find that stillness in through your breath. Nothing to change. Perfect. You can stay here another breath, or if you want, take a couple alternating toe taps. We want our core to start feeling that fire. Perfect. Feet down, hands come forward. And crossing your ankles, you can just roll forward into a tabletop position. So we want wrists under our shoulders, knees under hips, and then lifting, tightening up that corset, and feel that length through the back of the neck. Now we're going to start with sending our left leg back, modified planter. So all we're going to do with this one is we are going to bring our left knee into our left elbow, and then right knee lifting into our chest. We'll do that again. So left to left, right knee into chest. Lowering back down, and we'll do that A couple more times. Waking up those deep transverse abdominals. And you can bring a little bit of roundness to the spine with this movement as well. Perfect. Now we'll just stay here. All we're gonna do is push the weight to our right hand, and we're gonna open to a gate. I'm gonna let my right foot slide, and then lifting my arm up. Maybe you stay there today. Maybe you lift the top leg, or maybe you take a little bind. And then go ahead and lower that leg. Bring your hands back to the floor, let your legs slide, and then we'll step back into our tabletop, and then we're just gonna switch. Bracing, lifting, run through the back. This time we've got our right leg back. So we bring right knee to right elbow, and then we lift into our elevator plank, lowering back down, knee to hip again. Knee to elbow, and then knee into chest. Couple more times. I feel my core. And then lowering down. This time pushing the weight into your left hand. Left foot is going to slide with you when you open. Maybe you stay there today. Maybe you lift. Or even take that bind. And then releasing the leg. Bring your foot back to the floor. Turn back to tabletop. And then just tucking your toes, we'll come into our first down dog. So if you want, you can add some movement. Shifting the hips. And walking towards your hands. We're going to inhale and rise up. We're going to continue a little bit more, warming up our body. So taking your feet about as wide as your mat. Inhale, rising up with the hands and lowering down into a malasana or a little squat. So you have the option here to just add a block under your hips. We're going to add some movement, so we're not going to be here for long. We're going to rise up, take a little back bend, elbows wide, eye gaze up, and then exhale, malasana. Hands to heart, elbows straight inside your thighs, and just pushing into your thighs. Heels can be down. Some modifications here is you can always take the feet a little bit wider. You can lift the heels. We'll do that one more time. So inhale, rise, elbows wide, chest opens, and then exhale, lowering down. Hands to a block or hands to the floor. Lift your hips and eye gaze through the legs. Nice little hip opener, back body stretch. Back down to malasana. And then one more time, hands to block or your mat. Lifting the hips. And just add a little softness to the knees. And then lower to malasana. And then inhale, wide mountain. Bring your hands to your heart. We're going to step to the top of our mat. We're going to go through some sun salves. So feet about hip width distance. We're going to take an inhale. Stepping to the top of our mat, we're going to go through some sun salve. So we want to start our mountain pose. So feet are hip width distance apart. Just opening through the palms. It's going to turn towards you. So palms forward. Feet hip width distance. A little softness through the knees. Now we're rising. The arms overhead. Biceps by the ears. And we're going to forward fold. Hinge from the hips. You can use a block here with your hands. Soften through the knees. And then bring your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, rise, half lift. Hands to shins, broaden through the back and collarbones. Hands to floor, and step back to plank. There's a bug. Sorry, I gotta get the bug. About that, it was just, I thought maybe it would go away. All right, one more mountain pose. Coming to the end of our mat, going through some sun cell. So we want our feet hip width distance apart, palms forward, knees are soft, and then inhale, rise, arms overhead, biceps by the ears, hinge from the hips, come into your forward fold, knees are soft, draw the chest towards the thighs, half lift, hands to shins, you have that straight spine. Hands to the floor and step back to plank. Wrists under shoulders, feet hip width distance. First round, option knees to the mat. Shifting chest forward. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Hip width distance with the feet, squeezing the glutes, shoulders back. Knees back, or on knees, push the hips back. Tap toes, push into your hands and lift the hips. Pushing chest towards your thighs, and your down dog. Now step, hop or jump, top of your mat, forward fold, hands to shins, half lift, and rise up to mountain. Take a little breath, and then inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from the hips. Feel that energy from the head. Flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, step back to plank. This round you want, stay on your toes. Shift your chest forward and exhale. Bring your ribs to elbow crease. Inhale, either up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Push the earth away. Feel the energy rise. Walker step, top of your mat. Forward fold. Half lift, hands to shins. Inhale, rise. Arms overhead. Eye gaze forward. Exhale, folding. Lengthen through the spine. Half lift. And exhale, step back to plank. Little inhale, shift forward, and exhale. Squeeze your elbows in, let them kiss the ribs. Rise up, down dog. This is always a place where you can find rest, is in your down dog. Step forward, forward fold, and half lift. Feel that little squeeze in the shoulder blades. Inhale, rise. And exhale, lower down. And then half lift. Hands under shoulders. Step or jump back to plank. Feel that shift forward. And then exhale, lower down. Squeezing the glutes, pull the shoulders back. Chest open. And roll through your toes, flying down dog. Perfect. We're going to go into our little flow. But first, bring your knees wide on the mat, toes together, push back to a child's pose. This is also a beautiful pose to come to whenever you need to catch your breath. If you're feeling lightheaded, come to a posture that will give you a little moment to find rest. Now shift forward, tap toes, down dog. Now we're going to shift forward, drop the knees, untuck toes, chest forward, and we're going to come into a cobra. But we're going to lift, twisting the right shoulder back. Exhale, chest to mat. And then twist left shoulder back. Exhale, lowering the chest to mat. Tuck toes. Push back tabletop, down dog. And we are going to start with we'll start with our left leg. Three-legged dog. And then we're going to go into a knee to elbow, a box, move I call. So bring left to left elbow, left knee to right knee to right wrist. And then lift and send the left leg back. Again, so left knee to left elbow, right wrist, left wrist. Three-legged dog. Inhale, rise. And then exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Option, have the block close. We're going to lift up to our low lunge to pull the shoulders back. You want left knee over the ankle and keeping the right heel stacked over the toe mound. Now you have the option to stay here or bring your hands to heart, crescent lunge. You can also just stay here or make it more dynamic. Rise up, take a little back bend, and then hands together. Drop the right knee, untuck toe, sending hips back, half split, hands to floor or block. Go ahead, forward fold. Lengthening through the spine. Make sure you add a block. You need to lift yourself up a little bit higher. Now shifting your left foot, ground through the four corners of the foot, lift your right, and preparing for warrior three. So we're gonna push our weight into the left, lift our right, flex the foot, and we'll go into an airplane pose. You can hold here, hands can be on a block, or make it more dynamic. Bring right knee to the back of the left, and rise. Again, right knee to the back of the left, rise, back, and rise. Now we're going to step our right leg 5 feet behind us, coming into our warrior two. So left knee bent over the ankle, windmill the arms open, adjusting your feet if you need to. So the right heel is almost in line with the left. You want to have shoulders over the hips. Spread those fingers. It's almost like your feet are as wide as your arms in your warrior two. And core is active, it's on fire. Now we are going to go into an arrow pull. So we're going to swing the right arm back to left. Straighten the left leg as we pull right hand to heart. Bend the left, join the hands. And open, warrior two, palms down. Now turn your left, exalted warrior, right hand to the back of the right. And you want to feel the left rib cage roll open. Now windmill the hands, we're going to come to a side angle. So it's where you can have your hand on a block or you can come to the floor. Reaching the right arm long, lengthen through the spine. The right ribs are rolling open. Back to exalted warrior. Inhale, rise. Get a nice breath. And then go ahead and bring your right hand beside your left foot. Lift your right heel, and then left arm is going to lift into a revolved runner's lunge. So you want the arms stacked, shoulders are stacked. Bring your hand back to the floor. Stepping your left leg back. Option, bring your knees down to the floor and side plank. You see there, or lift your top leg, your right leg. Bring your right leg behind your left, keeping the knee bent, heel lifted, hips to floor, elbow to ribs, and then lift to modified wild thing. Exhale, lower hips to floor, and inhale, rise. right hand to the floor and just moving through your flow. So exhale, chest down as you rise, twist through the right in cobra, lower the chest down, and then twist to the left. Lowering down, and then we're gonna tuck toes and come into our down dog. So this is your resting posture. If you need to take 3 cleansing breaths, this is where you're gonna go. Otherwise, broaden through your back, and then feel your shoulder blades spread. Now right leg lifting to the ceiling, and we're gonna bring right knee to right elbow, right knee to left, to the wrist, right elbow, send it back, and do it again. Right to right, right to left, wrist, wrist, and then lift. Transverse abdominals working, 3-legged dog, and then exhale, right foot steps between the hands. Take a moment here if you need to get your balance. Block under your knees, you're gonna take some modifications. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Slide the shoulders back, eye gaze forward. You can stay here or tap down, crescent lunge. Inhale, rise, elbows wide, back bend. Hands and elbow together, untuck toe, hips come back, half split. So you want to feel length through the spine. Draw that energy from crown to head. And then we're going ahead, tuck left toes, coming into that lunge stance, preparing for warrior 3. Weight into the right foot, hinge from the hips, lifting your left, flex the foot, hips and shoulders staying square, hands come down on the block. You're gonna add that curtsy, hands to heart, extend, knee to the back of the right. One more time. And then spread your wings, left leg, step back, 4 or 5 feet. Windmill the arms, warrior 2. So the back foot is at a 45-degree angle, front toes going forward, spreading the arms, and we're gonna do that arrow pull. So we're gonna bring left hand to right, straighten the right leg, hand to heart, bend the leg, sweep overhead, back to warrior 2. Exalted warrior, left hand to left leg, keeping that right knee bent. It's like you're trying to push a little bit into that pinky side of the toe. Going into extended side angle, any option that works for you. You can keep your elbow on your thigh with me. Reach the arms long, opening the chest. Exalted warrior. Take an inhale. And what are you starting to discover? All right, we're gonna swing the arms around. Bring your left hand to the mat, under your shoulder, lift your right. You can bring your knee to the floor as well in this pose if you want, or use that block. And then bring your hands to the floor. Step right leg back. You can come to your knees or stay on your toes. Side plank all the way into your right hand. Lifting your left. Lifting the hips or stack or tight option. Lift your top leg. Step it behind you, keeping the knee bent. Bring your hips to the floor, elbow to ribs. Inhale, rise. Wild thing, open your chest. Exhale, hips to floor. Inhale, rise. And then turning towards your mat. Go ahead, drop the knees if you want, go through your flow, or take a quick child's pose. From our child's pose, let's prepare to have some fun. Pushing forward, press into your hands, lifting your hips, lengthen through the spine, down dog. Feet hip width distance, lifting through your left leg. Bring left knee to left elbow, right wrist, left wrist, lift, and send back. One more. In through the elbow, switch sides, lower, switch, and three-legged dog. Foot between the hands, inhale, rise, crescent lunge, exhale, crescent lunge is here. High lunge, open, exhale, knee to the mat, hips back, half split, inhale, rise up, airplane pose, and curtsy for 3, 2, 1. Warrior 2, windmill the arms, eye gaze is steady. Arrow pull. Inhale, exhale, rising up. Exalted warrior. Side angle. And then back to our exalted warrior. Exhale, hands, right hand down, lift your left, revolve. Lower the hand, step back. Side plank. Option, stay there, lift the leg. Bring it behind you, hips down, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Flow. Right leg, three-legged dog. Knee to elbow, left elbow, left wrist, right wrist, lift, send back, and again. Inhale, exhale, step forward, inhale, rise, exhale, lower the knee, inhale, lift, exhale, inhale, shift forward, lift, and curtsy for 3, 2, 1, warrior 2. Strong arms, eye gaze steady, and find your bow and arrow, straighten the legs, windmill the arms, exhale, exalted warrior. For inhale, exhale, side angle, inhale, rise, and exhale, windmill the arms, left hand under the shoulder, block, and back, shift to the right side. Remember you have options, play with those, use them when you need them, open up your chest, feel a little more joy enter. Hands to plank and flow. So forward, lower. I need new earbuds. Rise up to down dog. And lifting your left leg. Bring left knee, left elbow, right wrist, left wrist. Rise, send the leg back. One more time. And rise, three-legged dog. Step through, inhale, rise, arms wide. Exhale, knee to floor. Inhale, exhale, fold. Weight into the left. Inhale, rise, warrior 3. And tap the knee, hands to heart. Step your foot back, warrior 2. We're staying long enough just to learn something. Flow through your bow and arrow, lengthen the leg. Opening up the ribs, and then side angle. Inhale, exalted. Exhale, right hand on your shoulder, lift your left. Hands to the floor, and step back with your left. Side plank, lifting top leg, bring it behind you, hips to the floor, and lift. And just imagine, what if nothing needs to be fixed right now? What if you just feel the freedom? We're gonna do that one more time. Inhale, right leg to the ceiling, right knee, right elbow, left, wrist, wrist, lift, stand back. Again, to the elbow, switch, lower, lower, lift. Inhale, rise, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through, inhale. Exhale, knee to mat. Inhale, rise, knee to mat, untuck, hips back. Rise up, airplane, curtsy. Discomfort isn't a destination, it's just information. Rise up, foot back, and then, or just open up, bow and arrow. Pull to your heart, release, and rise up again. Exalted. Being a warrior isn't about being aggressive, it's about being steady and returning to that steadiness whenever you need it. Exhale, left hand under the shoulder, lift your right. Hand to the floor, right leg goes back, and side plank. Lift your leg, send it behind you, hips to the floor, and rise. Just staying present with your breath. Notice what you're feeling. What are you feeling? And where are you feeling it? And taking a down dog. We're going to step or jump to the top of our mat. Feet hip width distance, rise up, mountain pose. Whew. Inhale, arms rise. Chair pose. So keeping your feet about hip width distance, hands to heart. Just going to step back a little bit. Now you can stay here. That lengthen the spine. Make sure you got your core set tight. Or lower your hips down, lift your heels. Eye gaze steady. Another good option here is you can put a block in between your thighs and squeeze. Now if you can, keep the heels up, rise up, arms overhead, eyes steady, heels down, chair pose. So pressing your hands to heart. Now we're going to start by bringing left elbow to right knee, twisted chair. So you want your knees, just keep that alignment. Feel that opening through your right rib cage, still lengthening through the spine. Stepping your left leg back into a revolved lunge. So you still want to have your ankle under your knee. You can have a block as well if you want to bring your hand down onto a block and keep that back heel lifted. We're going to move into a revolved pyramid. So we need to adjust our stance. We're going to bring our foot in about a foot. Bring your left hand to the floor or block. Hips and toes are pointing the same direction. So it's a nice hip hinge, and then open your arm, feeling that twist. But you still want to keep your hips square If this is too much, grab a block, lift yourself up a little bit higher. I should grab one. Now we're gonna just bring our arm forward. I'm gonna grab a block. And we're gonna go into a revolved half moon. So bringing that block with you, and then we're gonna press into our right foot, lifting our left, flexing the foot, hips are square. And you can lift your right arm, or you can take a bind. So lifting to feel the hips and the ribs connect. And we're going to move into a half split. So bring the block with you, other hand to the floor, block forward, and then lift your left leg as high as you can. Drawing your nose towards your knee. Maybe you can bind. Feel that length of the spine. We're still keeping the hips square to the floor. Now we're going to bring left knee behind the right, and then lift. Again. And lifting. One more. Now keep your left knee here, left foot to the floor, hands to the floor, and we're just going to slowly bring our hips down. You might have to make some adjustments here. Maybe your left leg needs to go long today. And then with a straight spine, inhale, lifting your arms. And then you can stay here as well, hands to heart. Otherwise, opening the arms, we're going to bring left arm on right and right arm behind our back. You can make a twist. Now maybe you want to just stay here today and start to unwind, or transition with me into a tree pose. So we're going to bring our hands to our left side. We're going to let our left foot just glide. It's going to lift into a tree. So we're just going to turn and then ground through our right foot. Bring your left, wherever you land, it's okay. Maybe you want to hold your leg, take a little bind, or lift your arms up. Find your tree pose, one that works for you today. I'm a little bit swayed, blowing in the wind today. And another option, bring your left hand to your left leg, right arm, take a little side bend. And then reset, maybe side bend, other side. And then rise, bring your foot to the floor, and then we're gonna do that one more time. All right, so we'll inhale, arms up, hands to heart, and chair pose. So remember that option if you want, go ahead and grab a block, put it in between your thighs. Make sure you feel the core engagement, ribs and hips are nice and connected. Now try lifting your heels and lowering down, eye gaze steady. And just take a moment, find your peace in your chair pose. Try to keep the heels lifted, rise up, mountain, challenge your balance. And it's okay to lose your balance. Again, it's just information. Land the heels and chair pose. And we'll go into that twisted chair pose. So this time we'll bring our right elbow onto our left. And the knees in alignment. You want to still be grounding. But this time, in your chair pose, you should be able to lift the toes a little bit, pushing more weight into the heels. And lifting your right heel, send it back. And if you need to, you'll take your block and you bring it under your hand. And you can stay right here and twist. You can even bring your knee down. There's lots of options. And then we'll go into our revolved pyramid. So bring your left hand to the floor. Right foot's gonna step in, rounding through the heel, toes, hips, shoulders all in the same direction. And with that hinge, you can lift up a little bit, inhale, exhale, lower. Remember the block is there to bring the floor closer. Or if you're feeling good, no pressure in the back of the knee, take an exhale and lower deep into the stretch. And preparing for revolved half moon. Block or no block, just shifting the weight into your left. We're going to inhale, lift the right, lift the left arm. And just keep the eye and gaze steady, or lift if you can combine, go and do that. And just remember, if you're feeling lost, don't rush, just listen. And half split, left hand down, bring your hands out in front, and then draw your head closer towards your left. You can still add a little softness through the knee. And just start to feel the tension release from your neck, from your shoulders. This moment, as you're here, just breathe. Now bringing your right knee to your left, and then rise. Again, in, and rise. And one more, holding. Let the top of your right foot come down, and just comfortably and as casually as possible, bring your hips to the floor. Maybe extend your right leg, hug your left closer. Inhale, arms up, straighten the spine, exhale. Now right arm wraps, take hold of your left hand behind, let your eye gaze follow. And then that fancy little transition, bring your hands to your right side, and you're gonna let your right foot glide, and just lifting your left to a mound and float up into tree pose. Wherever your hands land, heart, maybe you want to open, maybe you're a little gnarly today. Last time I'm grabbing it. And right hand, you come to the right thigh, maybe side bend. And then if you want side bend, other direction. You really want to press into that left leg like you're rooting into stillness, lifting, find your here, this is where you are. Hands to heart, stepping your foot down. All right, we're gonna end with a little bit of fun. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor, take your foot forward, fold, and then walk your hands forward. Step your feet back, come into a tabletop. So we are gonna start by going into a dolphin pose. So elbows under shoulders. So you don't want them too wide under shoulders. I like to interlace my fingers. Tuck your toes, lifting your hips, and find your dolphin. So maybe your knees are slightly bent. That's okay. Head is not on the floor. And then we are going to shift forward, forearm, and then rise back up to our dolphin. And then shifting forward. You can also do this on your knees. Just pushing the hips back and then forward. Now from your dolphin, walk your feet back to a plank. Hips stay squared, and then walk your feet back in to dolphin. This time, see if you can push your hips a little higher over the shoulders, and then walk back. Let's do that one more time. Now this time, as you walk forward, maybe you let the top of your head come to the mat, preparing for headstand. Maybe you stay here today, or maybe you would like to try headstand. Pushing your forearms into the mat, squeeze them tight. Maybe you lift one leg, maybe you lift the other. Pull your knee close to your chest. Then maybe you lift up. And maybe you don't stay for long. That's okay. And just play with that. It's all about finding that little pivot point. But the secret to this one is really broadening through your shoulder blades so you don't put too much weight in the head and more is going into your forearms. And when you're ready, knees to the floor and push back into a child's pose. And in your child's pose, walk your hands to the right and making space in the ribs on the left side. And just feel that rise as you push your hips back towards your heels, pushing your hands into the floor. And then walk hands back through center, over to the left, make that space. And just focusing on your breath. Let it start to come to a natural breath. And then lifting your hands in. Bring your right leg in. Find a pigeon pose. Push the hips back. Roll the shoulders back and down. And maybe say a nice proud pigeon. Or maybe you bring your elbows towards the floor. And you stay there. Or maybe you lengthen. Just making adjustments so you don't feel like pinching through the hips or through the knee. And you just push the floor in. Feel that length in your spine. And then when you're ready, walk your hands back. Send your right leg back. And bring your left leg forward. A good option for this one is that 90-90 lunge. And you just shift chest squares and then lowering down. So if you need to take that option, feel free to take that. And take one more breath. And exhale. Just walking your hands back up. We're going to make our way onto our back. Taking another moment to stretch before I go into our Savasana. Go on your back. If you have a band, and if you like to use band work in your practice, go ahead and grab that. We're going to start with a hamstring stretch. So lifting the left leg. If you got that band, you can wrap around your foot, or you can just simply hold the back of the leg or a little higher. Just keeping the hips down and shoulders, just starting to find that relaxment. If you want, you can even bend your knee, come into that single leg wing reliever. And then lengthen the leg. We're just going to bring the right hand on the left, and we're just going to gently pull it across the midline, just a small, not forcing, you just want to feel that IT band. And then bringing the right leg to the floor. And then lift your other leg. Whew. And just start to close your eyes in the stretch. Start to find that gentle, natural breath. And maybe you pull your knee into your chest, holding onto the shins. Every exhale, remind your shoulders to slide across the mat, opening your chest, and lifting your leg. Now left hand, gently pulling the right leg across, feel your IT band. And then we're going to bring our right leg to the floor, hands by your side, bend your knees, and lifting both legs into waterfall. Maybe you want to put a block under your hips, or hug your legs in, or use your band. And then bringing your feet to the floor. And just let your knees open into a butterfly stretch. You can stay there, hands on thighs, or reach your arms overhead. And then just bind your elbows. And we're going to get ready for a Savasana. Maybe you want to stay here in your butterfly stretch that feels comfortable, or maybe you want to add some clothing or some socks. Put a block under your knees, or maybe you'd rather sit up. By getting yourself into a comfortable position. And when you're ready, you go ahead, close your eyes. As we settle into stillness, return to the woods. Stand still. The forest knows where you are. You must let it find you. Perhaps the greatest discovery wasn't found in the deepest pose or the strongest balance, but in the moment you just simply noticed. Maybe you discovered strength where you expected struggle. Maybe you found softness where you usually hold tension. Maybe you met emotion or a thought or a truth that you've been quietly hiding or waiting for your attention. It's not about becoming someone else, it's about becoming more familiar with yourself. Take a deep breath in and feel your gratitude for your willingness to learn and explore and discover with me today. And just take time in your Savasana, clearing your mind. Most important part of the practice is Savasana. Trying to find complete relaxation in our body. And if your mind starts to wander, that's okay. Wrap that thought in a little bubble. Blow it away. If it returns, just do it again. It's like training a little puppy, training your mind. With time, with practice, it gets easier. Stay present, stay focused, and just breathe. Feel free to stay here longer. If you're ready, you can roll onto your side, or you can stay on your back. Roll onto your seat with me. Bring your hands to your knees. Go down to feel grounded. Maybe turn them up to receive today. And with an inhale, rise, arms overhead. And draw all of that energy, discovery, and gratitude into namaste.